Hello everyone, my name is Viet Alligators and welcome to another video, and today we will be doing the best KRIG class setup in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. But before we jump into that, make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies content. Now, the KRIG, or better known as the KRIG 6 in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, is one of the lesser talked about assault rifles in this game, mostly because it's overshadowed by the AK and the XM4 because you unlock those first, and also, in my opinion, they can be slightly better guns. However, that does not mean that the KRIG is a bad gun, because you can make a very good class setup with it. The thing that turns people away from the KRIG is the same thing that turns people away from a lot of other guns like it in this game, including the Milano. It has a slower fire rate but a higher damage, which means if you miss a decent amount of shots or even a couple shots, you most likely will not have a fun time with this gun because you will have a very slow time to kill. However, in reality, just like with the DMR or the M60 in this game, this gun has a very fast time to kill and overall is very accurate and very hard hitting. And when done correctly, it can be a very effective gun. Now, for this KRIG 6 class setup, what we are going to want is the SOCOM Eliminator muzzle, the 19.7 Ranger barrel, the Ember sighting point body, a foregrip, and the Serpent wrap handle. Now, I will explain why I gave each of these attachments a spot on this. Now, the SOCOM Eliminator is specifically for recoil. Now, this gun, I will admit, does have a little bit of recoil, but that is because of the fact that it's meant to be a hard-hitting gun, almost like how the AK is. In fact, to me, this gun resembles the AK in Modern Warfare more than the AK in Cold War does, because, well, for some reason they decided to make the AK more of a, like, M60. Why did I say M60? More of a normal assault rifle type thing that probably would fire an intermediate cartridge like the XM4 does. But regardless, this isn't a video about design choices in Cold War, because that is for another day. But the SOCOM Eliminator is just for recoil in general. It really doesn't have anything else other than that. So in this context, it does seem like this gun has a ton of recoil, but the recoil is manageable, and also with the right attachments, you can make this a very good gun, because the only thing really holding it back is the slower fire rate and the recoil. So once you eliminate the recoil and you can hit all your shots, it's a very effective weapon. Now, the Ember sighting point body is for what it is on all of my class setups and every single class setup in general. It's for hipfire accuracy and reveal distance. Now, reveal distance isn't super important for this gun. I mean, you can hit people at a longer range. The one thing about this gun is it does have a ton of range. But, you know, reveal distance, it really isn't too important. I don't use the reveal as much unless I'm hitting something like cross map. The main thing is just for hipfire accuracy, because this gun has a slower fire rate. If you get into anything that's super close, you might not win it if you don't have this, and this greatly increases your chances of winning a gunfight at super close range. Now, the next attachment is very similar to what the Eliminator was for this gun. It is a foregrip, and that is specifically for recoil and nothing else. You can make this gun an absolute laser if you do have these two attachments. And even without them, the recoil is controllable, but it is a bit heavy. So, in general, I would highly recommend both of these for any sort of KRIG class setup. I'm doing more of a medium range class setup because I always like to do, well, the best of everything for a gun unless I'm doing a specific class setup. And so I chose to have the least amount of recoil possible. But, I mean, for any class setup, you want this. Now, the Ranger barrel is also for one specific thing, and that is bullet velocity. Bullet velocity, like I always say in every single video about class setups, is incredibly slow in Cold War. I don't know why they did that, maybe for balancing purposes, but in general, it is very slow and sometimes unbearable. So for any class setup, for any gun, I highly recommend using an attachment that increases your bullet velocity. And last but not least, we have the Serpent wrap. Now, the Serpent wrap is also for one very specific thing, and that is ADS speed. This gun has a somewhat slow ADS speed to start, but with all these attachments, it actually gets decently slow. So I decided to put this on. If you want to, you could switch this with a magazine attachment rather than this. You could put on an extended mag or fast mags, really whatever suits you. But I personally found that this is the most effective one for taking up that last slot. Now, how does this gun perform? It performs very well. We have very minimal recoil due to our recoil attachments. We have a decently quick ADS speed due to the Serpent Wrap. We have a very good hipfire accuracy with the Ember sighting point, and also reveal distance in general along with that. And in general, it's just a super good gun. On top of this, we have a very, very good chance of hitting people at a long distance due to our very low recoil, our super high bullet velocity thanks to the barrel, and, well, I would say our ADS speed, but ADS speed really doesn't matter for super long range targets. And yeah, so if you want to challenge someone that's decently far away, the iron sights on this gun are decently good, so I think you could do it. And with that, we will conclude the video. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment what you thought of this video down below and future video ideas in general, or anything in general. Make sure to like as well because, well, if you like the video, you should like. And check out some more of my content because I do make a lot of videos that are like this and just Call of Duty content in general. And as always, I will see you all next time.